This morning, slamming into Florida just hours ago, and problems are growing out there this morning. Here's a live look at the city of Orlando as Milton makes its way across that part of the state. Over 3 million people waking up without power this Wednesday morning.
And here's another live look right here. This is what Tampa looks like this morning. Milton made landfall again last night as a Category 3 storm, bringing tornadoes, deadly storm surge, and flooding to much of the state.
Milton's powerful winds ripping off part of the roof of a Major League Baseball stadium. This is Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, and just one of dozens of buildings out there damaged by the hurricane. Our Sarah Spivey is standing by with the newest information from the National Weather Service here in just a bit.
Also this morning, the whereabouts of Suzanne Clark Simpson from Almost Park are still unknown. Why the Almost police chief says that it's likely foul play may have been a factor.
Plus, cell phone video shows the moments a Bexar County deputy shoots and kills a man. What that family is now saying this morning about that incident and why the sheriff says the deputy had to open fire. All right, good morning to everyone out there. It is a Thursday, October 10th. I said Wednesday. Yeah. I'm actually a day behind, but it is Thursday, yes. It feels like there's been a lot of news going on.
A lot of stuff going on right now, especially with the big story of the day continuing to be Hurricane Milton. Again, lots of Texas first responders are there helping people. Sarah Spivey keeping an eye on this storm this morning. Talking about a lot of different things you guys have been having to track, right?
Yeah, thankfully Milton is starting to head out of Florida right now. So now the biggest thing for Milton is going to be the recovery. We're talking about power outage recovery, obviously damage from wind gusts, that kind of recovery. It's a different story here in San Antonio. In fact, we're waking up to cool mornings. Take a look at these temperatures right now. It's only 65 degrees in San Antonio, and we're likely to see temperatures drop by another degree or two before sunrise. 65 in Converse, 64 in Seguin. Hey, it's in the 50s in Bernie, 55, 57 in Kerrville, 59 in Los Maples, 64 in Divine. Good morning, Pleasanton. It's 60 degrees. Now, as we take a look at the forecast for the day today, because of the low humidity and the total sunshine, we are going to warm up quickly. By 1 p.m., it's going to be 87, 95 for the high temperature here in San Antonio, and then cooling quickly tonight. We'll already start getting into the 70s by 9, 10 o'clock this evening. Now, as we look at high temperatures over the next few days, they are going to come down a little bit, and maybe even in the middle of next week, highs in the upper 80s. It's possible. Coming up, I'm going to be talking about the cold front that potential could move through San Antonio next week. And of course, I'll have the latest on Hurricane Milton. But first, here's another live look at Tampa this morning. Of course, wind, storm surge, and extremely heavy rainfall remain major problems this morning. The Tampa area avoiding the worst of the surge, but seeing the highest of the wind gusts. Now fairly calmer this morning as that storm has moved out of the Tampa area. But Lee Waldman is in Tampa as Milton moved across the state.
In a record-tying third time this year, a hurricane slammed straight into the state of Florida.
Our island was devastated by Hurricane Helene, and now we're getting a gut punch with Milton.
In more than 150 years, it's only happened 5 other times.
I think the biggest thing is still just to know that there are a lot of threats out there.
Threats that first responders will not respond to as Floridians opted to shelter in place during the storm.
We're off island until the storm passes, so there'll be no fire, no police, no EMS, no first responders, nobody to answer the 911 calls for service.
Milton's destructive winds lashed the Sunshine State, with officials reporting the most tornado warnings in a day on record.
There's a tornado coming and people take it for granted. It's coming, it's here.
Here's what's left after a tornado destroyed a 10,000 square foot sheriff's facility in St. Lucie County. In Fort Myers, one family was inside their house when a tornado ripped through their neighborhood.
We all started going for the hallway, didn't even make it there in time, started and I heard a piece of glass crack and it sucked the whole roof off, and I felt the thing suck me up, and I grabbed my kid and my wife and hunkered down.
Flooding is another major concern. Milton dropped more than 9 inches of rain in a 3-hour span over the Tampa Bay area. That represents a more than 1 in 1,000-year rainfall for St. Petersburg.
And that was Lee Waldman reporting right there. Okay, let's head out to our roadways right now, see how things are looking. You're looking great right there at 151 at West Military Drive. Things are looking smooth. Of course, US 281 in Hildebrand, you're looking good as well. We do, again, have those construction zones set up on I-10 and East Woodlawn, and then one at 1604 and I-10. So, again, if you guys are in those areas, keep that in mind. But things are looking good so far, RJ.
Yeah, and we had cleared out a crash over at I-10 West at Heidner Road. So for all of our drivers in the Medical City Center area, you are good to go out there. Let's talk about the city streets and drive cam right now. Alex Gomez hitting the roads for us on this Thursday morning. Good morning, Alex. How are things looking out there?
Good morning, RJ. Things are great right now. And hey, RJ, check this out. I have one of our newest interns with me this morning, combing the streets. Renee is with me. We're going to be looking for those accidents. And actually, the first one that we found was downtown on Martin Street, right underneath I-10. By the time we got there, it was cleared, RJ. So downtown traffic still looking pretty good. Right now, we're on the west side. And again, we're going to be looking for any slowdowns that we'll let you know if we find anything, RJ.
All right. Well, good morning to Alex and Renee. She's definitely learning from the best out there. All right, Alex, we'll continue checking with you as he continues to scan the roads this morning in Drive Cam. Japhanie?
This morning, the search for Suzanne Clark Simpson continues. Her husband arrested yesterday on charges unrelated to her disappearance. As for neighbors, many of them just have questions as to how this could happen in their neighborhood.
Everybody loves Suzanne. She's like the kindest, sweetest person, and
a great friend, a loving mother, a loving daughter.
As time goes on, the Almost police chief says that the more likely foul play may have been a factor. Suzanne's husband, Brad Simpson, was arrested on charges of assault and unlawful restraint. At last check, he is still in jail and his bond is at $2 million. Almost Park police say that there was a fight between the Simpsons Sunday night after leaving Argyle, which is a private club in Almost Heights. Now, this was sometime between 10 and 11 p.m. It was also the last time Suzanne was seen. She was wearing a black dress and black heels. Right now on your screen, this right here is Brad Simpson's truck. It's a black 2019 GMC at4 pickup with a license plate of MWD 7050. Police are asking for anyone to come forward if they saw it in an unusual location. If you have any information, you're urged to call 210-209-2701.
Well, new this morning, San Antonio police say a teen is in critical condition following a shooting overnight. Police say that this happened around 10:30 p.m. in the 1500 block of San Carlos on the west side. That is near the Apache Creek Park. SAPD says the suspect was talking poorly about the victim's mother, who reportedly recently died. That's when police say that a fight started between the two and ended with one of them being shot in the stomach. That victim was taken to the hospital. Detectives are still investigating this case right now.
A state bill that would crack down on dangerous dogs is getting new life. The Ramon Najera Act would give animal care departments across Texas more resources and increase penalties on dog owners if their pets continually attack others. It made it to the Governor Greg Abbott's desk last year, but he vetoed it, saying that the state already had laws that penalize dangerous dogs. But since then, we've had a number of dog attacks in San Antonio. So State Senator Jose Menendez says that he's refiling Ramon Najera Act in the legislature.
And hopefully in the process, the education, people will understand and realize that their dogs can be very dangerous. And no one wants to think that they own an animal that could hurt somebody. But we all need to be prepared for that reality.
The law is named after the late Ramon Najera, the 81-year-old man who was mauled to death by two dogs last year. Last month, both of the dog owners were sentenced to prison.
Cell phone video this morning showing the moments a Bexar County deputy shoots and kills a man. You can see a vehicle driving away from law enforcement vehicles making an illegal U-turn. Just saw that right there, and then getting blocked in by law enforcement. The man's family identified him as 43-year-old Ramon Urbano Jr. as the driver attempts to flee. Again, some video we had, you can see and hear a deputy fire several shots, ultimately killing him.
We're in pursuit of a fleeing felon, a known wanted fugitive, documented gang member who had several outstanding warrants for evading arrest with a vehicle, as well as some weapons-related charges.
Horrible. I don't want to see my dad get shot 5 times or 6 times.
So Urbano Jr.'s daughter says that she did watch this social media video of that incident and plans to get an attorney moving forward. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar initially identified the man as a suspect with warrants out for his arrest. We've reached out to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office for additional information. Now that this video is public, as we learn more information, we'll update you on KSAT.com.
Sean Diddy Combs is set to make his first appearance before a judge today, who is expected to preside over his trial on sex trafficking charges. Combs will be taken to the Manhattan Federal Court from Brooklyn Jail for an appearance this afternoon before the judge. Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges including racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking stemming from allegations going back to 2008. His lawyers have been trying to get Combs freed on bail since his September 16th arrest. 2 judges have concluded that he is a danger to the community if he is freed.
All right, it's been a very, very busy Thursday morning here. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It is 5:10 right now, 66 degrees outside.
A San Antonio family who moved to North Carolina and had their neighborhood destroyed by Hurricane Helene 2 weeks ago, changing their lives forever. We'll hear how survival mode kicked in as their family remained trapped during the storm.
Yeah, that should be an interesting story, Japhanie, that you worked on there. Taking a look at live cam right now across the city of San Antonio. Again, off to a cool start for your Thursday morning. We'll see if things are going to warm up later on today. Sarah Spivey in for Justin Horn this morning, tracking the things out in the tropics, and we're also going to check in on traffic.
Yeah, and as we go to break, we got another live look right here from Tampa as Milton continues across Florida this morning. This and so much more coming your way. All right, welcome back. It is 5:14. Okay, so we've been talking about hurricanes. We've been talking about Helene, Milton, and we're going to bring it back home real quick because I know a lot of people are asking, why do I care? Well, check this. Imagine this being the sight that you see when you open your door. Or about this right here, this being your living room after 8 feet of water rushed inside your house, and this is the aftermath of your kitchen. If you look at this picture right here, refrigerator toppled all over it, all that good stuff, after staring down one of the most dangerous hurricanes on record, and we're talking about Hurricane Helene. This all was the reality of one family in Asheville, North Carolina, who is now safely here in San Antonio after 13 days of chaos.
Oh, there we go.
This stay at Grandma and Grandpa's house in San Antonio will last longer than normal for Ciara Garcia and her 2 young daughters. The San Antonio native is coming from Asheville, North Carolina, where they've been living for almost 3 years.
You live in the mountains and you think, oh, this is never going to happen to us, you know.
Among many areas, their neighborhood was hit hard by the deadly Hurricane Helene that made landfall as a Category 4 storm 2 weeks ago, changing their lives forever.
That water at 7:50 in the morning went from maybe 5 inches up to 8 feet in a matter of 2 hours.
She said panic began to set in.
You're trying to remain calm as a parent for your kids. We put them on the counter. Water started rushing in from the vents. And before you knew it, water was up at my waist while my husband was outside trying to flag down neighbors to come help us.
As water poured into the house, Garcia and her family poured their hearts out to God.
She was like, Mom, am I going to die? And that is something as a parent you never want to hear your kid say. And I just told her, babe, just start talking to God. Just start praying. Let's start praying. And thank God, like, the water started to recede.
Survival mode immediately kicked in as their family remained trapped with downed trees and power lines blocking the main roads out of their neighborhood. The floods destroyed their home and their vehicles.
We had no idea what was going on in the outside world except for listening to the radio. So shout out to 99.9 Kiss Country in Asheville.
Garcia says finally her friend found them and was able to get them to a hotel. And after moving from hotel to hotel and with 1 bar of cell service, she miraculously made contact with her San Antonio family, who then found a flight out of Charlotte to get them back to the place she was born and raised.
Finally, when they landed, it was just like a weight that just comes off, you know.
Getting here was finally some normalcy, and once I saw my dad, I just finally broke down.
She now has these encouraging words for those in the path of Hurricane Milton.
Be strong, be courageous, turn towards your faith, and to listen to your gut because it just might save your life. I'm glad my girls are safe. Right? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so Sierra's husband is still in North Carolina right now working, trying to, earn a living and trying to figure out what's next for the family during the rebuilding process. But she said that one thing's for sure is WNC strong, which is Western North Carolina strong, meaning that she is more than confident that our community will come together and be stronger than ever in the end of all this. Of course, she's urging everyone to just donate in general to any kind of hurricane relief efforts just to help on a larger scale, because again, her being a victim of all of this stuff and her family making out in a survival standpoint, she hopes that other people can have that help as well.
Yeah, a beautiful family there, a great story, Japhanie, and some things that stood out to me was obviously the lack of communication ability that you get out there, and then
pure
also
darkness.
You're just in fight or flight mode at that point. I think when she said she broke down finally when she made it here, and she was able to finally be like, you know what, I got my family safe for the moment right now. So yeah, very, very impactful story there, Japhanie.
Of course, you can see it all online at KSAT.com. All right, so even though we're far away, there's something that you can do for people in need and people who are being affected by the recent storms. You could donate some blood, scan the QR code to get in touch with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. It's going to send donations to those who need it. We're told that our neighbors could use the help since they're already down in supplies from Hurricane Helene.
Yeah, it is a full effort to help those folks out there in the southeast and also out in Florida now after what we've seen there from Milton and Helene there as well. All right, 6:19 right now, 65 degrees outside.
Let's take a look at a drive cam right now. Things are looking great. We got decent road conditions, and of course, we're going to check in with Alex Gomez with the latest.
5:21 right now on your Thursday morning, checking out your traffic authority, taking a look at some of our TransGuide traffic cameras. Good morning to all of our folks out there southwest side of town. We just saw that shot there at Von Army. 35 at San Pedro, traffic looking pretty good downtown area in the lower levels of 35. And one more shots here, that is Somerset Road out there again on southwest side of town, 1604 Green Mountain Road, north side, things looking pretty good. All right, we got Alex Gomez on the roads for us this Thursday morning drive cam, hanging out with one of our interns out there, Renee. So how are things looking out there, y'all?
Yeah, well, they're not too bad right now, RJ. Right now, we just made it to the west side. We're on 90 eastbound at Nogalitos, but right now, all of the highways seem to be pretty quiet. We're probably going to go check out the northeast side, see how those construction slowdowns are working out for us this morning, RJ.
Yes, always got to worry about construction, especially during these overnight hours for our drivers out there. But good to see, for the most part, smooth sailing out there. We'll check back in with Alex here in just a bit.
And it's also good to have Sarah Spivey here.
Oh, yes.
Always bringing the good news, and we're looking really good outside. I tell you, I almost had like a little chill walking out the door today.
You might need a light sweater if you're anything like me, and temperatures dip down into the 60s. But guess what? You're not going to. Yeah, you're not going to need it in the afternoon.
Oh man,
it's going to get pretty toasty in the afternoon. That's the nature of our weather pattern. Nice and cool out there right now. It's 65 in San Antonio. Good morning, New Braunfels, 64 degrees. Take a look at Austin, 59 up in Austin. That's because they're just a little bit farther to the north, enjoying that cooler air up there this morning. 56 in Kerrville, Del Rio at 65. It's 70 in Cotulla, and temperatures are going to dip by another couple of degrees before we see the sunrise here. So get ready for this nice, crisp, cool morning for just about an hour or so, because it's going to quickly warm today. Hey, dew points are low. Dew points are in the low 50s and even in the 40s. That's pretty dry for us. And just to give you some perspective, this is a lot like what they deal with in the desert, right? Cool mornings, hot afternoons. Whenever you have a dry atmosphere, it warms up quickly, and that's going to be the case today. I mean, we might get down to 62 briefly for just about 20 minutes or so, but then even by 10 o'clock, we're already going to be in the mid to upper 70s, by 11 in the 80s, 82 around noon. Winds are going to be light and variable, meaning less than 5 miles per hour and kind of switching directions throughout the day. But we'll be looking at a high temperature of 95 in San Antonio, so a couple degrees hotter than yesterday. Not a record, but definitely hot, and you can see that temperatures everywhere are going to be toasty. 93 in Bulverde, 94 Canyon Lake, 95 in Hondo, 95 in Devine, 94 in Seguin, and 96 in Floresville. But I'll tell you what, if you find shade, it's going to feel pretty good outside still because of that low humidity. Okay, so what's the next big thing? What am I looking toward? Looking for the potential for a cool front next week. Now you can see that it's going to be warm all the way up to the northern tier of the United States today, especially for October standards. But then by the weekend, there will be some cooler air that will build across Canada, and that cool air is going to sink south. Now most of that cold air will stay to the east, but there is the potential that the cool front could clip Texas. And so that means we have a low possibility for us to see some mornings in the low 50s by the middle, in the upper 50s rather, by the middle of next week. So cooler mornings could be right around the corner, and even potentially some afternoons in the upper 80s. That would be pretty nice. All right, I want to talk about Milton, a Category 1 hurricane that is now starting to move offshore, but you can see that they're still dealing with wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour, Daytona Beach area, and then peak wind gusts occurred of 102 miles per hour down at Sarasota. So many of these areas are without power. Take a look at this. Without power in Tampa, over about 500,000 people in the Tampa area without power. Down near Cape Coral, Fort Myers, 250,000 people without power, and the entire state of Florida, this number is staggering, 3.2 million people without power in Florida. So now is about the cleanup as Milton heads offshore and out of the state. They have a long ways to go before you reestablish power for 3.2 million people. It almost makes you grateful for our weather when we look and see total sunshine. Of course, I wish we could have some more rain, but that's just not in the cards for us over the next 7 to 10 days. Guys, today is an ozone action day, so coming up, I'm going to talk about that, what that means for us.
All right, a lot of activity.
Yeah, absolutely, and great point, Sarah. We should be grateful for what we're seeing out there right now.
Yes. It is now 5:26. We got 65 degrees outside.
Well, how about this? Lob City. Oh my God, look at Victor Wembanyama right there. Lob City making its way to the Alamo City. We're going to check in on the Spurs after a nice win last night, and also hear from Wemby on what he's saying after getting that first lob from Chris Paul III.
All right, welcome back. It is 5:29. For the first time, we got to see the duo every Spurs fan is excited about. We're talking about Wemby and Chris Paul on the court together as the Spurs hosted the Orlando Magic at the Frostbank Center for their second preseason game.
Yeah, Spurs fans excited about this, Jaffney. It is early on, but Spurs fans can get used to that right there, that combo, especially after what we saw last night there at the bank. Check that out. Lob City has made its way to the Alamo City. Look at that one more time. Whoop. First frame here, CP3 alley-oop to Wemby, just dunking over Mo Wagner. Just get out of the way, bro.
Yes, he makes it look so easy. It's so easy.
He does. He's 7'4". It's a little easy when he gets to do that. All right, Wemby finishes with 11 points, 9 rebounds. Limited action here. Stephon Castle actually stole the show. Saw right there, hits a three-pointer to help the Spurs close the gap in the second half. Then Wemby, we got one of his patented blocks there later on here. Shot doesn't fall for Stephon Castle, but he fights for the rebound, and then he'd later cash in right there on the corner there. So Spurs win this one 107-97. Castle, again, great game all the way around, finished with 17 points. Wemby nearly gets that double-double, and Victor was asked after the game how that first lob from CP3 felt.
It felt very natural and very it felt like it was the good play, and he's making a lot of good plays, so it feels really good to play with him. And we try to, in this preseason, we're gonna try to experiment as much as we can on that pick and roll. That's for sure.
How do you feel that first lob you made to him for the dunk?
Yeah, I got caught in the air. I was in trouble, and it's nice to look over there and see him, to bail you out.
All right, so just throw it to the tall guy.
Yeah, he's right there.
The next preseason game for the Spurs Saturday here at home against the Utah Jazz. Tip-off at 7 o'clock.
I'm telling you, it makes it look easy. And if they play like that throughout this entire deal, I'm so excited to watch. And look, a lot of fun to watch. Okay.
A lot of fun.
5:31, 65 degrees outside.
All right, coming up at 6 o'clock on GMSA, a class at UTSA about the legend right there, Selena Quintanilla, the Queen of Tejano, why it's more than just about her music and legacy. Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. Here is a live look at Fort Myers, where Milton is making its way across the state of Florida right now. We are continuing our coverage throughout the morning.
And right here is another live look right here, but this time from Cocoa Beach. Looks like this morning. Milton made landfall last night, Category 3 storm, bringing powerful winds, deadly storm surge and flooding to much of the state. You see right there, you can barely even see anything through the clouds. So our prayers go out to them big time.
And when the sun rises, they're really going to be able to assess the damage. There's nothing scarier than going through a major storm in the middle of the night, guys. And that's what a lot of the folks across Florida have done. We'll, of course, talk about Milton throughout the morning, but Milton is exiting Florida as we speak. And here in San Antonio, I mean, we've got quiet weather. The most exciting thing that's happening today is we got an ozone action day. And that doesn't mean too much, to be honest with you. I'll explain here. Ozone Action Day basically just means that there is a small possibility that ozone levels in the atmosphere could be elevated for a few hours in the afternoon. Sometimes these verify and sometimes the ozone stays at healthy levels, but there is that potential for it to be unhealthy for some later on this afternoon, and mainly for those with respiratory issues. So just take caution for a few hours in the afternoon. And if you know that you have adverse reactions to ozone, maybe stay inside. And of course, we can all carpool, right? Friday and Saturday, we're not going to have any issues with ozone, so nothing to worry with there over the weekend. Now, outside, it is cool in San Antonio. It's 65 degrees as you're waking up, 63 in New Braunfels. It's 65 in Del Rio, but right now it's just showing a degree symbol, but I promise you it's 65. Bernie and Kerrville only in the mid-50s this morning, and we have some dry air to thank for these cool mornings, but that dry air is going to cause us to warm up quickly too. By noon, it'll be 82, high temperature of 95, so starting off in the 60s, topping off in the 90s. That's about a 30-degree temperature spread over a period of hours. All right, coming up, I've got the latest on Milton rainfall totals and power outages across the state of Florida. Our mornings could potentially get even cooler. I'm seeing the potential for a possibility of cool mornings in the upper 50s in the long range. And then something I hardly ever talk about, space weather. There's a geomagnetic storm watch in effect for the day today and tomorrow. What does that mean? I'll have details coming up.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. Moving on to our traffic real quick, looking out at our roadways again, things are looking great. Everybody out there driving, we give you an A+. We do got some traffic right there, but get this, it is moving along. We got one construction spot right here on TxDOT at I-10 and East I-10 East, and Woodlawn. Again, they only got like one of the main lanes blocked, so if that is a part of your commute, be careful. I-35 and Somerset Road right there. You see traffic is moving just along. Things are looking good from our perspective, RJ.
Yeah, and that's the bridge work that's taking place there at I-10 in the Woodlawn area. So let's go ahead and check in with Alex Gomez. He is scanning the streets for us on this Thursday morning, and we're getting a look at Alex and our intern Renee out there. Alex, how are things looking?
Yeah, me and Renee, we're still navigating the roadways, but things are looking great right now. We haven't seen any crashes on the highway, so no major slowdowns anywhere. We're still making our way to the northeast side near 35 and 1604 to check out some construction, but to get here from downtown has been a breeze, RJ.
All right, we hope that continues. We did see a little bit of delays out there by 35 and Topperwine, so we'll check back in with Alex here in just a little bit. Well, this morning, Olmos Park police believe that there is foul play involved in the disappearance of a missing mother and real estate agent. That's because it's taking a long time to find her, and unfortunately, there's no signs of her whereabouts.
So this morning, the search will continue in the wooded area around her home near Olmos Basin Park. Her husband arrested on separate unrelated charges and sitting in jail in the Kendall County this morning. Now, Patty Santos is live near her home with more on what's expected to happen today. Good morning, Patty.
Hey there, good morning. The search is ongoing this morning. As you mentioned, investigators have been searching the area, the wooded area around her home. They also have obtained a search warrant to search inside her home. Here's what we know so far. Suzanne Clark Simpson was last seen Sunday just before midnight. A police affidavit details a fight that a neighbor heard between Simpson and her husband, Brad Simpson, that night. The neighbor told police he witnessed Brad grabbing his wife as she tried to get away. This was followed by several screams coming from a wooded area. That neighbor later saw Brad leave in his truck and return a few hours later. Now, it does not indicate if that neighbor ever called 911 to report that fight. And here's where police need our viewers' help. They have this truck, but they would like to know if anyone saw this truck after midnight on Sunday or Monday morning. It's a black GMC pickup truck. That means check your surveillance cameras, or maybe you were out on the road that night and saw that truck. This morning, Suzanne's friends are pleading for answers and for help.
And we're going to do whatever we can to help find her.
Yes, and we just want people to keep looking for her and pray for her family and her kids.
And we know that Suzanne is a well-known realtor in the area, as well as a mother. And as we have seen in the past, when people go missing, we see family, friends, and neighbors coming together to do their own searches. And this is what we are starting to see here with this case as well. Now, if you have any information on where Suzanne might be, or if you've seen that truck, you are asked to call the Olmos Park Police Department, the dispatch at 210-822-2000. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Patty. And hopefully those friends and family get some answers as we move along on that investigation. Not guilty of murder. That's the decision handed down by a jury to a former John Jay High School student who was standing trial. So now the punishment phase of the trial begins later today. That jury deliberated for more than 4 hours to decide the fate of 19-year-old Jesus San Miguel. They found him guilty, though, of criminally negligent homicide, which is a lesser charge. San Miguel was on trial for the deadly stabbing of classmate Joshua Kinnaman last year. The defense argued that San Miguel only acted in self-defense. San Miguel faces probation or up to 2 years in jail.
This morning, people are asking San Antonio Public Housing Program, how will you keep us safe? This is after 2 men were found dead in the same building last week. People gathered for Opportunity Homes board meeting yesterday, upset over the deaths of Nick Martinez and Donald Sterling. Their bodies were found in 2 units within days of each other at the Victoria Plaza Apartments on Barrera Street. Opportunity Home told people that it's looking into its increasing security at the apartments. A security director also suggested that people should tell staff when they see residents letting others into the building who don't live there. But not everyone is on board with that.
They want us to do their job. Now, just like they tell us we've been complaining about these problems, and they want us to take pictures of people and do this. Now, we go up trying to take a picture of somebody, now somebody done shot us because we trying to take a picture of them to get to the office. How that sound? I'm not about to do that.
San Antonio police arrested 35-year-old Danielle Gonzalez, who you see right here on your screen, for the death of Donald Sterling. Investigators think that he also was involved in Nick Martinez's death. So a lot to talk about right there. Hopefully they figure it out. She makes some great points, you know, and I know that's a lot of things that hinders police, you know, activity when they're afraid to say something, because they're going to get called too. You know, you never know, but hopefully they work out a solution.
Absolutely, yes. So it's been a very busy and heavy news day so far, but we appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Thursday morning here. 5:43 right now, 65 degrees outside.
A big recall for Honda. More than 2 million cars affected. We'll tell you which models and the reason for the recall.
And taking you outside with Live Cam. Again, a cool start to your Thursday morning. Sarah Spivey is hanging out with us to talk a little bit more about the forecast. We're also going to check in with Alex Gomez on the road, scanning the streets. We'll be right back. Welcome back to GMSA. In your morning consumer headlines, we have a major recall to tell you about. Nearly 2 million Honda and Acura vehicles being recalled in the U.S. because of a steering issue. American Honda said the problem can cause abnormal steering noise. It can also lead to increased sticky steering and difficulty, which can increase your risk of having a crash. The recall affects 1.7 million Acura and Honda vehicles made from 2022 through 2024. The automaker is now offering a free repair of the defective parts in the steering gearbox at authorized dealers.
Calling all millennial girls, if you've ever dreamed of being an all-American girl doll, now is your chance. The doll company has teamed up with Rubies for adult Halloween costumes. Each costume includes recreations of the doll's full outfits. Costumes are available at Target, Amazon, and costumes.com. Now, me being a tomboy, I would rather be a dog versus a doll. But, you know, if you like that, go ahead. You got your opportunity.
Some all-American dogs.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. It is 5:47 right now. 65 degrees outside.
All right. One more quick look at TransGuide again. Things looking pretty good out there. Alex Gomez is on the roads for us, but we're going to check back in with these cameras in just a bit, and then we will get an update from Sarah Spivey coming up on the other end of this.
All right, let's take a quick look at our roadways really fast. Things are looking decent. As we've been telling you, you guys have been doing a great job on the roads. Didn't have any incidents to report so far. Traffic is moving along just fine on our Thursday morning.
Yes, and you know what, Sarah, you caught my attention during your last weather. You're talking about space weather.
Yes,
I'm
it's
all
important.
In now.
All right, let's talk about a geomagnetic storm watch, which is in effect today and Friday. The Space Weather Prediction Center, yes, there's such a thing, monitors the sun. And on Tuesday, a coronal mass ejection was observed. This is an example of what one looks like on the sun. Basically, the sun emits a plume of gas. I was making a joke earlier that it passes gas. It literally does. And it's headed toward the Earth. Now, the sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth. It is not measurable until about 1 million miles away from Earth. So we know it's strong, but we don't know exactly how strong it's going to be. Hey, remember back in May when we were actually able to see the northern lights in San Antonio? That was from multiple coronal mass ejections that were stronger than the one we're expected to see today or tomorrow. So the aurora is not likely going to be visible in San Antonio, but it will be visible at lower than usual latitudes, but not in San Antonio. And then what about tech impacts? Well, there's a possibility that there could be a slight chance of impacts to advanced GPS and satellite interruptions. But the thing is that utilities have been made aware that this is possible and they can make adjustments. So it sounds scary, but it's really just, there's nothing we can do about it, and it's likely not going to have any major impacts. But we'll keep you posted, of course. Now, the latest on the tropics. Hurricane Milton exiting Florida as we speak. Hurricane Milton has brought, in some cases, over a foot of rain to areas through Tampa up towards central Florida, over 8 inches of rain, 10 inches of rain near Orlando. And this morning, 3.2 million people in Florida without power because of the damaging hurricane. So we'll be keeping watch of that. Meanwhile, our weather here in San Antonio is perfectly cool. It's 65 in San Antonio, 50s in the hill country. And we're likely going to be looking at even cooler mornings during a part of next week, potentially the upper 50s, which would be our coolest air since May. As for the day today, it is going to be sunny and it is going to be warm pretty quickly. 76 around 10, 82 around noon, 95 for the high because of that low humidity. 95 in San Antonio, but it'll be 97 in Del Rio. And as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, unfortunately, there is no chance for rain in our forecast in San Antonio over the next 7 to 10 days. But quiet weather, cool mornings, toasty afternoons, hoping for more of a cool down by the middle of next week, and we will keep you posted.
Yeah, that 89 is giving me a lot of happiness.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when you see highs in the 80s, you're like, yes.
Let's go.
Even that's warmer than average, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
It is 5:54 right now, 65 outside.
All right, Spurs fans, excited about this right here. Not only Wemby and CP3, but we got a new merch store, and it's going to be hosting its grand opening this Saturday at the Rock at La Cantera. We're going to tell you more about this new shop and why it's so unique. Welcome back. Well, there's a lot of hype around the San Antonio Spurs, and fans can now check out a new official Spurs merch store that is going to be hosting its grand opening this Saturday at the Rock at La Cantera.
The grand opening will take place at 11 a.m. at the newest official Spurs fan shop, which will be on the first floor of the Spurs practice facility at Victory Capital Performance Center, located at 1 Spurs Way. We have a whole lot more information right now at KSAT.com. I need to hit up that little place, right?
Get your CP3 jersey maybe out there, a new Wemby fit. Yeah, I think they're going to release some of those new alternate jerseys coming up here pretty soon. Good stuff. All right, ahead at 6 o'clock, a family in North Carolina is safely here in San Antonio after 13 days of chaos during Hurricane Helene. Their remarkable journey and how you can help the recovery efforts coming up.
And up next, we got a class of many of us would take at UTSA about Selena, why it's about more than just her music and legacy.